In the heart of Las Vegas, under the bright lights of the T-Mobile Arena, an underdog delivered a punch that sent shockwaves through the boxing world. Ramon Cardenas, a 100-to-1 outsider, floored the undefeated Naoya Inoue with a thunderous left hook in the second round.
Left himself exposed, dropped that right hand. Guess what? Cardenas took a little.
But champions aren't defined by how they fall. They're defined by how they rise. Inoue, known as the Monster, showcased resilience and determination, mounting a comeback that culminated in a relentless assault, forcing a stoppage in the 8th round. This wasn't just a fight, it was a testament to the unpredictability of boxing and the indomitable spirit of a true champion.
On everything he can in Japan, we haven't seen the absolute best of him in the US, so it's important for a pound-for-pound.
Join us as we delve into the full story of this unforgettable clash. Naoya Inoue, aptly nicknamed the Monster, entered the ring with an unblemished record of 29 wins, 27 by knockout. Standing at 5 feet 5 inches with a reach of 67.5 inches, the 32-year-old Japanese sensation has dominated 4 weight divisions, holding the WBA, WBC, IBF, and WBO titles in the super bantamweight category.
The last 2 times I was here in Vegas, it was in during the pandemic, and I had to train accordingly, but this time I'm fighting the T-Mobile.
His explosive power and surgical precision have made him a must-watch fighter, earning accolades and comparisons to legends like Manny Pacquiao.
今まで見たことないような風景が見えて、で、これからまだ上昇気流に乗ってるところなんで、何が見えるのか。
Opposing him was Ramon Dinamita Cardenas, a 29-year-old American boxer from San Antonio, Texas. With a professional record of 26 wins and 1 losses, including 14 knockouts, Cardenas' journey to this title shot was anything but ordinary.
And Pro Wax as well, because if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here. So first things first, I want to thank them, my coach as well, Joel Diaz.
From working as an Uber driver to climbing the boxing ranks, his determination and grit led him to this career-defining moment.
If you look at my resume, how many times I've shocked the world. I've been underdog maybe 80% of the fights of my career.
The bout, scheduled for May 4th at the T-Mobile Arena in Las Vegas, marked Inoue's first fight in the U.S. since 2021.
Title fight for him. It's an undisputed title. One fight for all the straps.
This is a shortcut.
Oh, what he said over here, overnight, he can become a legend. He can go from obscurity to being a legend.
For Cardenas, it was a chance to etch his name in boxing history by challenging the undisputed champion.
Cardenas weighs in at 121.8 pounds, 121.8 pounds for the challenger.
The stark contrast in their paths, Inoue's meteoric rise versus Cardenas' underdog story, added layers of intrigue to the matchup. Coming into the night, Naoya Inoue wasn't just the favorite. He was the near-mythical monster in the corner. Undefeated at 29-0, with 26 wins by knockout, Inoue had already unified titles in 4 weight classes. From bantamweight to super bantamweight, he didn't just beat champions, he dismantled them. Analysts labeled him pound-for-pound elite. Fans, they treated him like a demigod with gloves. Vegas odds makers agreed. Inoue opened as a staggering minus 2,500 favorite, meaning bettors had to risk $2,500 just to win $100. That's how certain the boxing world was that Inoue would cruise. Ramon Cardenas, meanwhile, was listed as a plus 1,000 underdog. Long odds, longer shot. But numbers don't fight, fighters do. Cardenas, with only 1 loss prior to this match, is a disciplined southpaw known more for his durability and technique than his flash or power. He wasn't supposed to win, but he wasn't supposed to be invisible either. And as the week unfolded, that narrative started to shift, just a little. In the lead-up interviews, Cardenas looked calm, confident even. "I didn't come here to survive," he told reporters. "I came to shock the world." That line became a quiet echo through fight week.
It was like the full story of everything. I'm not, like I said, I'm not coming to collect a check, and that right there makes me dangerous. If I was here to collect a check, I would just, I wouldn't show up. But I'm here, and I'm here to win, and my team believes in me, my family believes in me, and
Even respected trainers started saying the same thing. If Inoue takes him lightly, it could get tricky. The pre-fight narrative was simple. Either Inoue does what Inoue always does, or Cardenas delivers the kind of upset that rewrites careers. And there was something else. The arena. This wasn't Japan. This was Las Vegas, the US spotlight. And while Inoue had fought abroad before, it was clear the American stage would bring pressure, attention, and expectations unlike any he'd faced before. Everyone expected fireworks. No one expected what was actually about to happen. As fight night approached, anticipation grew. Fans and analysts speculated whether Cardenas could defy the odds or if Inoue would continue his reign of dominance. The stage was set for a battle that promised excitement, drama, and the potential for a historic upset.
A showdown for the undisputed championship at junior featherweight. Best of luck to both Inoue and Cardenas. I sure am fired up for the fight.
The first round commenced with both fighters eager to assert dominance. Inoue, known for his explosive starts, began by testing the waters with his jab, aiming to gauge Cardenas' reactions. Cardenas, undeterred, responded with swift footwork, attempting to create angles and avoid being a stationary target.
White letters up, whistle like commands, touch him up. Back to your corner, gentlemen. Look.
井上尚弥に降り注ぎます。切りました。左のジャブです。それは威力もあるし、素晴らしい。
Midway through the round, Inoue landed a crisp three-punch combination, signaling his intent to control the pace. Cardenas, however, showcased his resilience, slipping punches and countering with body shots, aiming to slow down the champion. The round concluded with both fighters exchanging jabs, each trying to find openings without overcommitting. While Inoue's precision gave him a slight edge, Cardenas' movement and counters hinted at a competitive bout ahead.
Inoue measuring with the jab, tripling it up, goes on the attack with a three-punch combination. We come to the end of round number one. The monster is back in the States.
Unofficial score, 10-9 Inoue. As the second round commenced, Inoue appeared to be settling into his rhythm, applying pressure and looking to assert his dominance. Cardenas, however, remained composed, utilizing lateral movement and waiting for an opening. Nearing the end of the round, as Inoue launched a combination, Cardenas seized the moment. He countered with a swift left hook that connected flush, catching Inoue off guard and sending him to the canvas. The crowd at T-Mobile Arena erupted in shock as the undefeated champion experienced a rare knockdown.
Number 3.
Inoue, demonstrating his resilience, took a moment to compose himself before rising to his feet. The referee administered the mandatory 8 count, and Inoue signaled his readiness to continue. The round concluded shortly after, with both fighters returning to their corners. The momentum momentarily shifted. Unofficial score, 10-8 Cardenas. Third round begins. After the unexpected knockdown in round 2, Inoue entered the third round with renewed determination. Recognizing the need to reassert control, he began by tightening his defense and increasing his offensive output. Inoue's jab became more pronounced, setting up opportunities for his devastating right hand.
あれはちょっと予測できないですね。
一発あるんですね。の後からはもうエンジン全開。
倍ぐらいの強さでやっぱ来るわけですよ。
Cardenas
Right hand to the body, got a little bit of the flank and a little bit of the elbow.
But anytime he sees Inoue going to the high guard, it's a problem.
A little bit with the left hand again.
Unofficial score, 10-9 Inoue. Being aware of the unexpected knockdown in round 2, Inoue entered the fourth round with a renewed sense of urgency. He began to assert his dominance by effectively using his jab to disrupt Cardenas' rhythm and close the distance. Inoue's precision and timing allowed him to land several impactful combinations targeting both the head and body of Cardenas. Cardenas, demonstrating resilience, attempted to counter Inoue's aggression with sharp hooks and uppercuts. However, Inoue's defensive adjustments minimized the effectiveness of Cardenas' counters. The round was marked by intense exchanges, with both fighters showcasing their offensive arsenals. As the round progressed, Inoue's relentless pressure began to wear down Cardenas, signaling a shift in momentum. The crowd at T-Mobile Arena responded enthusiastically to the high-paced action, recognizing the skill and determination displayed by both fighters. Unofficial score 10-9 Inoue. Entering the fifth round, Inoue began to assert more control over the bout. He increased his aggression, using his jab effectively to close the distance and set up combinations. Inoue's body shots started to take a toll on Cardenas, slowing his movement and reducing his offensive output. Cardenas, demonstrating resilience, attempted to counter Inoue's advances with sharp punches. However, Inoue's defensive adjustments minimized the effectiveness of Cardenas' counters. The round was marked by intense exchanges, with both fighters showcasing their skills. As the round progressed, Inoue's relentless pressure began to wear down Cardenas, signaling a shift in momentum. The crowd at T-Mobile Arena responded enthusiastically to the high-paced action, recognizing the skill and determination displayed by both fighters. Unofficial score 10-9 Inoue. As the sixth round commenced, Inoue intensified his offensive strategy, focusing on debilitating body shots that began to sap Cardenas' energy. Utilizing his signature speed and precision, Inoue landed a series of combinations that pushed Cardenas onto the back foot.
On a time to work with. Varying attack to the head, to the body. Cardenas is in that neutral corner, and a strafing attack. He's in a whole lot of trouble now.
Despite the onslaught, Cardenas displayed remarkable tenacity, responding with looping punches in an attempt to halt Inoue's momentum. However, the cumulative effect of Inoue's bodywork was evident as Cardenas' movements became noticeably labored. The round concluded with Inoue firmly in control, having landed a significant number of power punches that showcased his dominance. The crowd at T-Mobile Arena responded enthusiastically to the high-paced action, recognizing the skill and determination displayed by both fighters. Unofficial score 10-9 Inoue. In the Despite the onslaught, Cardenas displayed remarkable tenacity, responding with looping punches in an attempt to halt Inoue's momentum. However, Inoue's relentless pressure continued to take its toll as Cardenas' defenses started to wane.
And when you go against Inoue, the level is different. He broke his back test. Look at this attack here, halfway through round 7.
In the final moments of the round, Inoue unleashed a series of right hands that culminated in a knockdown, signaling a significant shift in the bout's momentum. The crowd at T-Mobile Arena erupted in response to the high-paced action, recognizing the skill and determination displayed by both fighters. Unofficial score 10-8 Inoue. As the 8th round commenced, Naoya Inoue, sensing his opponent's vulnerability, intensified his offensive strategy. He unleashed a barrage of precise combinations, seamlessly transitioning between body shots and head punches. Cardenas, displaying commendable resilience, tried to mount a defense but was overwhelmed by Inoue's relentless assault. Midway through the round, Inoue delivered a devastating left hook to Cardenas' body, causing a visible reaction. Seizing the moment, he followed up with a series of headshots that left Cardenas reeling against the ropes. Recognizing the one-sided nature of the exchange and prioritizing the fighter's safety, the referee intervened, stopping the fight at 45 seconds into the round.
When he can feel that he's not giving any kind of resistance, he goes in for the kill. At this point, it was just a matter of time. Inoue knows it.
This victory marked Inoue's 30th consecutive win, solidifying his status as one of boxing's elite. Cardenas, despite the loss, earned respect for his tenacity and the challenge he presented to the reigning champion. Official result: Inoue wins by TKO at 0:45 of round 8. In a night that tested champions and showcased underdogs, Naoya Inoue's bout against Ramon Cardenas delivered unexpected twists and reaffirmed the unpredictable nature of boxing. The second round sent shockwaves through the T-Mobile Arena as Cardenas, a 100-1 underdog, landed a powerful left hook, dropping Inoue for only the second time in his illustrious career. The crowd gasped, witnessing a moment that momentarily threatened Inoue's undefeated record. Despite the knockdown and a referee's count reaching 8, Inoue managed to recover and regained control in the subsequent rounds, landing 57 of his 103 power punches in the 6th and 7th rounds. He secured a technical knockout in the 8th round, maintaining a lead on all judges' scorecards 68-63 at the time of the stoppage. Post-fight, Inoue admitted surprise at the early knockdown but praised the supportive fans in Las Vegas and emphasized his resolve not to get hit like that again. He stated, "I was very surprised at the knockdown, but I took things calmly and put myself together. From then on, I made sure not to take that punch again."
He said that Cardenas was much more stronger and tougher than what he expected. That's basically what he is.
Cardenas, despite the loss, earned admiration for his performance. Reflecting on the fight, he expressed pride in challenging one of boxing's elite. "I feel good. I lost, but I don't feel defeated. I always wanted to fight the best. Win, lose, or draw."
I'm great, you know what I mean? I just wanted to come out and show the fans and prove, like, hey man, you know, boxing has to go back to like my trainer said, you know, the best fighting the best, and it's not a popularity contest.
The boxing community reacted fervently. Commentator Tim Bradley emphasized the importance of defense, remarking,
"Honesty. You can't be getting hit with those shots, man. That's just plain and simple. You can't be getting hit with those shots and going down like that, bro. Seriously, especially against these caliber guys. Now, this guy is a real guy, he is."
On social media platforms, fans lauded both fighters. One Reddit user noted, "Inoue and Cardenas gave us a great fight and showed us what the sport can be without the unchecked greed." Inoue's victory not only preserved his perfect record, but also set the stage for a potential bout against Murodjon Akhmadaliev later this year. For Cardenas, the fight, despite the outcome, elevated his profile and showcased his potential on the world stage. Naoya Inoue's recent victory over Ramon Cardenas further cements his status as one of boxing's elite. Despite facing adversity with a second-round knockdown, the second of his career, Inoue showcased resilience and adaptability, securing a technical knockout in the 8th round. This win not only preserved his perfect record, but also reinforced his reputation for overcoming challenges in the ring. Looking ahead, Inoue is set to face Murodjon Akhmadaliev on September 14th in Tokyo, a bout that promises to be a significant test of his skills and determination. Beyond that, plans are in place for further fights in December and early 2026, potentially including a move up to featherweight to challenge Nick Ball. These upcoming matches will provide Inoue with opportunities to further solidify his legacy across multiple weight divisions. The clash between Inoue and Murodjon Akhmadaliev is already gaining steam. Akhmadaliev, the former unified champion with a record of 12-1, 9 KOs, is known for his pressure, compact style, and calculated aggression. Analysts are already billing this as a high-stakes unification bout. With Inoue's technical brilliance and Akhmadaliev's relentless pace, fans are anticipating a Fight of the Year candidate. According to TalkSport and BoxingScene.com, odds makers currently have Inoue as a -280 favorite, though experts caution against underestimating the Uzbek southpaw. Naoya Inoue's triumph reverberated far beyond the ropes of the T-Mobile Arena. In Japan, headlines praised him as a national treasure, with NHK and Nikon Sports celebrating not just his win, but his tenacity in rising after the knockdown. In the US, outlets like ESPN and The Ring magazine hailed the fight as a defining moment in Inoue's growing legacy among all-time greats. This victory has also drawn attention back to the super bantamweight division, a weight class that historically received less limelight compared to welterweights or heavyweights. Ramon Cardenas, despite the loss, earned admiration for his performance. He walked away with something far more valuable than a win: respect. His second-round knockdown of Inoue shocked the world and proved he belongs on the world stage. Boxing Scene reports that several promoters are now interested in signing him for future fights, especially within the stacked super bantamweight scene. Fans on Reddit and Twitter continue to praise his courage, with comments like, "Cardenas may have lost, but he gained an army." Expect Cardenas to return soon, likely on another major undercard, with eyes watching how he builds from this breakout moment. Inoue's victory not only preserved his perfect record, but also set the stage for a potential bout against Murodjon Akhmadaliev later this year. For Cardenas, the fight, despite the outcome, elevated his profile and showcased his potential on the world stage.